What's up, guys? Back for another episode of Barbells and Banter. So as always, we tried to field some questions or some topics and got to one topic and talked about cardio for lifting weights. And then all of a sudden we just went into an hour conversation about powerlifting, about bodybuilding, about prep, about mentality, about preparation, macro cycling. So it's a really, really good episode, very training specific. Now, before you get stuck into the episode, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button on whatever platform you're in, support the mission. Get yourself a copy of the Winter Gain because it's about to go down. We're about to move to another lead magnet to get you guys shredded for summer. Outside of that, enjoy the episode and we'll leave you to it. You know how you can do the AI, the automated voice?
Yeah.
Like, hello, Jason. Just going over your check-in for the week.
Thanks for checking in.
I'm going to have to start bringing that in now.
Yeah.
So that
everyone will watch it at 2x speed. So it's kind of sounds
I wonder
like
if you could
speed.
type. Surely there's something you could just type into and then it just speaks.
Yeah.
That's doubling up. Though.
There's heaps now.
That's doubling up hard.
I've tried to, I watched a few videos of like ChatGPT writes a script. You give the script to a video producer. The produces a video based on the context of the script and then reads it, and then you start like a
Faceless.
all the YouTube channels that you hate.
Yeah, the faceless ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't hate. The House of Hypertrophy is faceless.
Okay.
Yeah.
F1 race pisses me off.
Where he just speaks to it.
Because the headlines are always awesome, and then the content sucks, and it's just slides of pictures.
That's YouTube, bro.
That's like, bro, this sucks.
That's YouTube, bro.
And it keeps showing it to me. Fuck off.
Yeah, stop watching it. Stop looking at it.
Yeah. Well, I can't see it anymore. My YouTube feed now is officially EDM,
Love it.
some country music, and the Wiggles.
Yep.
That's it. I don't even know where Rick Shields is anymore. It's gone.
Yeah.
Buried.
I watch a lot of YouTube golf.
Mm.
That's unfortunate for you.
It's sad for me, yeah. Yeah, I'm sad about it.
I think you spoke about this the other week. Mine's just pizza reviews. Eating competitions, pizza reviews, bodybuilding, golf.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of EDM in there. And then, like fucked up shit. Like sometimes I watch like the top 12 world's greatest superstructures and how does this bridge get made and the new 6th generation fighter jet.
Maybe it's not ADHD. Maybe it's a different spectrum.
Maybe I'm just super curious.
Yeah.
But can't function in a deficit.
Just a bit spicy, bro. It's all right. A little bit spicy.
I don't know. Boy's struggling.
All right.
All
Coffee
right.
tastes.
Let's do this. I'm interested to know if you can guess one of the 4 flavors. I reckon you'll be able to guess one of them. It's a very distinct flavor.
It's real hard with the milk.
Yeah, true.
It makes it all so sweet.
Yeah. Oh, actually, then you might not guess.
I have to try again.
I feel like one of them it's a very distinct flavor. 3, 2, 1. Say something.
No dead time on the pod.
There's 3 fruits.
Okay. I was gonna say, are we leaning like
Something that you like to have with something you like to dip into your your cup of tea,
I'd like to dip into like a biscuit.
That's exactly what it is.
Interesting.
Biscuit. Yeah, how do they get that flavor? They throw a bunch of biscuits in the barrel.
Just drain it through biscuits.
Couple of Monte Carlos.
It is very good. It's very sweet.
Yeah. So it's got pineapple.
Yep.
Grape.
Grape is there. Yes.
Coconut.
Oh.
And biscuit.
Yeah. Got the biscuit now that you've said it. Got the grape definitely.
How do they do the biscuit? I'm so perplexed.
The sweetness makes sense with the pineapple.
It doesn't even tell you where the biscuit happens.
No, you'd have to put that on your YouTube algorithm, bro.
Yeah.
How do they flavour coffee?
Nah, I don't want to ruin that, man. Nah, I know they flavour coffee in the barrels with the beans, but it's like,
how?
What about biscuit? And like, what type of biscuit?
Just the old cheap market.
Is it like
biscuits?
biscuit as in like a scone? Because in America they call biscuits like.
It's an Aussie company.
But a biscuit in America is like a scone. Yeah. Just making sure. I needed to confirm my own bias.
Yeah, because a biscuit's a cookie.
Chucking a couple of like, what are they? The teddy bear biscuits?
Yeah.
Fuck. Jeez, isn't that turning back the clock?
You're being naughty now.
Teddy bear biscuit. I'm so food driven at the moment. I have to talk about it, so I don't eat it.
Or like a chocolate covered teddy bear biscuit. Bite the ear off, bite the foot off, suck the Milo through the middle.
We used to after school, my nan or nanny used to pick us up, and we used to have just annihilate a packet of teddy bear biscuits.
Goals.
Yeah, with a cup of tea. Just absolutely do some serious damage to them. Yeah. They're
very Moorish.
Yep. No, the more I think about it, that's how poor people eat.
Dry biscuits after school. Yeah.
It was no like, would you like a sandwich with like some nice meat and stuff?
Yeah.
Here's your biscuits. Here's your cup of tea.
Yeah, some deli meats or something like that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Or like a meal or something. Like an actual meal. A meal.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. How's your week been?
Really good. Really good.
Yeah. Are you? What's the deal? Are you back in?
I'm
superhuman recovery.
Had my stitches removed yesterday.
Yep. So the internal ones just dissolve, yeah?
Yeah. So doctor said all good.
Did the back ones dissolve? Or are they like different where they have to do the?
They were like
have to pick them out.
Look like fucking staples when they took them out. Yeah. I felt tough afterwards. I looked at them like, they're in my back. Ooh.
What's the scar? Is the scar cool? I don't need you to show me now.
I'll show you after. Yeah. I haven't even looked at it. Maybe you can take a photo for me. Thanks.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely.
Great.
You're welcome.
So they came out yesterday. It was funny. So the nurse took me in. The doctor come in. He's like, "Oh, do you have any questions or anything?" I'm like, "No, all good." Assuming that he was going to take him out. And then like when we wrapped up, I was going to be like, "So we're going to go to the gym." And he was like, "Sweet," and left.
That's beneath him.
And I was like, "Oh,
yeah, he does the damage."
What? Wait.
Yeah.
So I could do that apparently, and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
So I think most of the pain I've had lately has actually just been pulling on the stitches.
You probably can't stretch it.
So yeah, I'm not going to row
makes sense
for a week probably.
Don't separate the skin.
Yeah, because there's obviously the internal ones.
Yeah,
I want to pull that shit apart.
Do you reckon they would heal faster? Surely.
I don't know.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm basically a doctor.
I won't train back next week, and then I'll send it.
Do all your friends think you're like a doctor because you're a personal trainer, or is that just my friends?
No, it must be.
So we have like a running joke that I'm basically like the local doctor, because for some reason like people feel the need to come up to me and tell me like about like the shit that hurts. Yeah. Like one day, like this guy I know, he's like, "Oh man, I get this like pain in my stomach, like on the side here," and I'm like, "Oh, you should really get that checked out." Like he was just so perplexed, like his face. I'm like, well, "I'm not a fucking doctor, bro." Like, I just teach people how to exercise, and tell them to eat lots of protein.
Yeah. Fuck.
So now, that's the running joke is if you got a problem, like you just let me know about it.
Yeah.
I'll take care of
you out. Just put in ChatGPT, you'll be able to have an answer anyway.
Yeah, I have the same answer. Probably should get that looked at.
But hit 85 flat on the scales this morning.
Good on you, Ben.
I don't like it that much, but
you look like a pretty good 85 though.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I was
got you, king.
I went for a walk before I came and picked you up. I just like grabbed the band of my pants. Yeah, my step one's filled with.
Yeah, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm due for an upgrade of my step ones. My brother was like hitting me up because we always buy the 30 pack.
Yeah, so I've got a half a box at home sealed of either large or medium, whatever size I'm not or wasn't.
Right.
They're just a bit tight.
Yeah.
But after a few wears, they're okay.
Yeah.
So I'll probably fit in them now.
Absolutely.
So I got like 10 pairs ready to go.
Yeah, mine are like starting to shrivel. Because obviously, I feel like when I put weight on, like it just goes to my legs and my ass.
Yeah.
Even these shorts, like loose. Remember I was like, you were bagging me about, you were bagging me about stretching them out.
I'll never bag you, Jace.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. You were saying it with laughter. It's just falling away. Yeah. 85, that's good. That's real good.
Yeah. See what happens. It's like when you lose weight on holidays. Everyone's like, "Oh, I actually lost weight while I was away," and then you come back and eat properly and train. And you put it all back on. So I feel like there's probably a kilo in carbs and fluid.
How long you haven't trained for?
10 days.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably there's a bit of glycogen decompensation.
Yeah.
The word?
Yeah. And I've been, what am I on, like 22?
Yeah.
2200 calories.
Yeah, it makes sense for someone who trains to lose weight after a period of not lifting lifting, where like if you're not like big and strong and train a lot, and then and then you're like, yeah, I've lost weight.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
But I have, it's like I'm saying this to one of my clients, like my body dysmorphia is the opposite. It's like all my girls are like, oh, I just like the scale going up still makes me nervous. The scale going down still makes me nervous.
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't want to be a skinny kid again.
Yeah,
it's scary.
I just don't want to feel. It's just the clothes, man.
Yeah.
So
I might have to.
I don't care what the weight says. It's just the clothes.
Go through my wardrobe and find my mediums, so I feel big.
Yeah. Good luck. I didn't even have any to give you.
When I put that jersey on,
I chucked them all out.
I was like, oh, this would have looked awesome like 6 kilos ago.
Yeah. I still hold the singlets all right. So for now, but that's because I'm resistant to putting on weight. To losing it.
Yeah,
Fuck, bro. Like, I have dotted every I and crossed every T this week. I've even done more, and it's just
so it's wild.
Just 90.5 all the time.
Yeah.
No, it was 89.5 once, and then every other day is just like surprise, bitch.
Yeah, fuck.
That's okay.
I can pretty much predict that if I hit my food and do more than 12,000 steps, it's like 300 grams a day.
Yeah. Love that for you.
But it's really hard to put it on. It's really hard.
Yeah. Maybe one day it'll go under 90. We'll see.
Yeah. It'll come.
So the photos already look better. So just like how much recomp can you have when you've trained for fucking 15 years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot.
Yeah, possibly. Obviously.
Yeah, given the situation, a lot, I guess.
Yeah. No, there's no situation. That's the thing.
Really?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, there's none.
Yeah, that sucks then.
Yeah, like your boy's been natty for a very long time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay.
none. Nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Okay, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I was talking about it and he's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, bro, this is it.
Why?
This is me, bro. Yeah, why? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, no, your boy's just rolling.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only mainly because like I want to push the weight up afterwards.
Yeah.
Make some improvements and stuff. So it's like, you
yeah.
gotta pick your.
Yeah, I have to
choose your battles.
I have to sit in the discomfort for another 8 weeks. Be like, you're not skinny, you're just leaner. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't start eating 4,000 calories. Stop it.
I'll tell you what, the urge is there. Fuck. I was like, when I knew I wanted to just bury my face in more of the food that I currently eat, I'm like, all right, we're here.
Yeah.
It's not even like
Made it.
It's not even like I want to eat chocolate and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want a bucket of cream of rice. I'm like, all right, we're here now.
Yeah.
Time to suffer.
When was it? Monday, I went out to U Strong. It was a big day. I got home. I was behind on Cal's. Had dinner and shit. And there was a bag of M&Ms in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And there was popcorn.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll have the popcorn.
Sounds like a normal day at my house.
Yeah. And I was like, I'll have the popcorn. Like,
was it buttery popcorn?
Nah, just the salt
Steph goes with the triple butter. I'm like, fuck, I
can't
just
do that.
smell it.
Yeah.
Do you reckon the calories can get through with your smell?
Maybe that's what it is. It's contact high.
Just keep like
contact high of fat. So yeah, I was like, all right, I'll have some popcorn. I'll just have a few M&Ms. Like Amy can have them. I'll just have a few.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. That bag disappeared.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, whoops.
Such a Moorish food.
Yeah. Thankfully, it was a good step day, so I kind of
yeah
was okay the next day.
Yeah, I'll just.
So when you have the popcorn as well, like the salt with the M&M, bro, it's over.
Go to mix.
It's over.
Yeah. Have you done the you get the Maltesers?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like whoever invented that.
It's the only reason I go to the movies.
Whoever invented that, it's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd much
just
rather,
make sure you don't wear white.
I'd much rather watch movies in my own house, but warm movie theater popcorn with Maltesers in it and a chocolate chop top.
Yeah.
I'll pay you $30 for a ticket.
Absolutely. You know, we drove to the movies once just to buy the popcorn and the ice cream. Yeah, we just bought the combo and just walked out.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's just like people are looking at us. I'm like, who cares?
Fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
they're just not brave.
It was worth it. It was
Did you eat it in the car? Just take it.
Oh, you got to have a little bit on the way home.
Yeah.
It's like when you order fish and chips, you have to split the bag, and I need to let the air out, and you just
Oh, bro, you got to have a couple on
a
that.
couple
Test
sneaky,
them.
couple sneaky.
You got to
chips.
burn the fuck out of your tongue so you can't taste the rest of the fish
And you
and
need to know
chips.
what you're in for. You're like, either the chips are really good, or you're like, the oil wasn't hot enough. These are shit.
Yeah, crap.
It's like, all right, this is gonna
Powdery
be
on
this is
the
gonna be a
inside.
rough meal.
Yeah, I still haven't broke my KFC bender.
Yeah, I feel there's a lot of friction to that though.
Yeah,
so I would not.
Yeah, so it's like the story is it's 20 minutes in every direction. So there's 4 KFCs within 20 minutes of me, but they're all 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So it's a commitment to go and either dine in, which is a level of sad I'm not prepared for.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
I think you and I have eaten in a KFC, but we were driving somewhere.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
Yeah, we're like in the middle of fucking
where the box
nowhere.
is.
Yeah.
The dog on a taco box.
It was far.
Fuck. Why can't I remember that right now? Anyway.
It's okay. Because you're dieting, mate. Telling you.
Maybe. Yeah, so it's just like, and then the next step is getting the food through the drive-through and then eating it in your car.
Yeah. That's okay, isn't it?
It's okay if I was somewhere and I really needed food, but I don't think it's okay for me to put my family in the car and say, we're going to KFC for dinner, guys.
It's pretty sad. That's a sad meal.
I don't know if I've got that in me.
It's a sad meal.
And there's just never been a time where I'm like, that short that I can't just have like a protein shake and go home.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for you.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, there's KFC 5 minutes from you.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be in a surplus and
we'll go together.
I just won't give a fuck and we can eat.
Yeah. I can't remember who I was talking to about it. Well, like after the photo shoot, that's where we'll go.
We still have to do this calorie challenge. It works for me now because I'm not 105 kilos.
It's helpful.
Yeah, what was it?
Maybe
like,
I'll keep getting skinny.
what did we say? 1,500 calories per 10 kilos. That was the deal, right?
Something like that.
Because it's like we have to scale it.
Yeah.
Because if you're skinny.
Because Dad's small.
If you're small. Wait, what would that make? So what would he be, like 70 kilos?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he would have to eat nearly 10,000. 10,500.
Yeah,
right?
that's rough. Maybe it was less than that.
And then, no, but he would have to eat 10.5, and then I had to, at the time, had to eat 15,000. That, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I could. I'd probably die doing it, though.
I feel like we should
Blood
get
pressure
out,
would
you
be-
and I pretty close to 10, and then
I could do
the
10.
smaller humans can...
I don't know if I want to say this on camera. I could do 10 pretty easily, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I just have to put some thought into the food selection.
yeah, you just have to
Say
make sure
I was
it's
gonna
got
say
to...
exercise selection.
Mate, I've watched enough eating
You'll build a
videos.
program.
I know the rules.
I watched Matt do his donut one, and I know what not to do.
Yeah, absolutely. We can't just have the one flavour because that's where you get palate fatigue. So you got to have a mixture. So he needed to have something bitter, like a black coffee.
Yep.
And that breaks it up.
Bounce it off, yeah.
Because I've seen donut eating competitions on YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Even ice cream, they use it. They use it because it melts.
Even like he had no soft drink or anything to break.
Yeah, you got to have it. You got to have something that's like a totally different kind of
pre-workout that's going to start
palate.
your hunger more.
Yeah.
I'd like to give that one a go though.
The donut one, mate. Let's fucking have at it.
Yeah. I got 50 in a day.
50 in a day.
That's what the challenge was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he did 28, I think.
No, I think he did like 17.
Maybe.
Yeah. And
I'm
then,
trying to help you out, man.
yeah, I watched the video, and even then, I'm pretty sure someone else ate too. Yeah, I could do it. I reckon. Not 50
in a day.
I'm talking about the 10,000 calories.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because half a cheesecake's like half a baked cheesecake is like 1,500.
Yeah.
So I would just have that intermittently, or you probably just buy a cheesecake. It'd be like 3,500 calories.
Yeah.
And then you go get like a double bacon and egg. Well, can you tell we're dieting? Oh, I'm dieting. So food focused at the moment. You get a double bacon. What is it, like a Baconator or whatever? It's like the burger from Hungry Jack's. It's like fucking 1,500 calories just the burger alone.
Yeah.
So you'd smash that.
We get Ultimate Whopper's like 1,200. I think.
Yeah, well there you go. You just get one of those. Just add heaps extra bacon.
I would actually go is it the double bacon? Double bacon and cheese, I think they're called there.
Yeah.
It's like a standard burger.
Yeah, and
they pack like 800, but they're small.
You just eat 7 of them.
They're small. They're really.
It's actually not a bad idea. Yeah.
Probably like you just have to accept what I will, and
The day's gonna cost like $150.
You handle fats better than me, but like I'm definitely shooting
not that
myself
much.
after 3 of them.
I won't shoot myself. I just get full.
Yeah.
If
You
I
just
eat
want
like
to
fatty foods.
put a little bit of barbecue sauce in it,
Mm.
extra more-ish, because it's a little bit sweet with
Yeah.
the salt. Game over.
Yeah, you do got to be strategic. You have to have like something cold, something hot, something sweet, something sour, something
could eat
crispy, something bitter.
4 of them with a chocolate shake in a sitting without any dramas.
But yeah, I could do the 10,000 very easily. I would say.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Type of Haagen-Dazs, like 1,200.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the ice cream. Yeah, not for
It's
me.
high risk.
Yeah, it's risky as
Very filling.
fuck. Yeah, especially like if you digestively are struggling and then you still have more calories.
Yeah.
I reckon the thing that would stop me is the blood pressure.
Are you allowed to use carb powders?
I don't know if there's any rules. What did we say? You have to have like a gram. Was it 1 pound?
Just
1 gram per pound.
2 gram. 2 gram per kilo.
Yeah,
Standard.
2 gram per kilo. Yeah. I reckon I'd have to fucking take like half a fucking packet of aspirin that day.
Yeah. But you're fit
like-
now. You're doing all this cardio.
Yeah, but like it's a lot of pressure
Yeah,
on the
right.
system, man.
You're right.
We just get those, those red tinges on the cheekbones. It's like your boy's blood pressure's through the
Yeah,
roof.
those alcoholic ones. Is
Yeah.
Jason okay? Looks
Yeah.
like he's been drinking a lot.
I love when you see people and they're just like put a bit of weight on. I'm like, I get it. Face is glowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like this podcast 3 months ago. It's just like,
Yeah.
that's my face. It's fucking red.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so hot in here.
We're
It's not.
pushing the
It's
weight, bro.
Not, bro. It's not. I can't tell you how nice it is to sit in this fucking chair properly.
Oh,
It's been like a month since I could sit.
because you've been sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? I never
delightful.
really noticed it. I don't know if I pay attention or I don't.
Yeah.
But I never really noticed it. Yeah.
Might message Laura and sneak over for a treatment today while we're out there.
Oh yeah, man. I tell you what. Like I just have this like pain. Oh, it's just not there right now. That's cool, isn't it?
Never mind.
Yeah. It's like if I lift my arm out to the side, I just get this like little niggle in the front. But it's a niggle. It's not enough.
It's not enough to
Yeah, it's
drive.
like I'm going to go to the gym and press today.
Yeah.
I'll just do a couple of these, these ones and these ones and train in pain. Be
Gave
fine.
one of my clients the behind the neck pull down.
Yeah, that's good.
She's like, why is this in here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just movement, open up your chest, blah, blah, blah. She's like, feels really awkward. I'm like, as long as you feel better after, that's all that matters. She's
Absolutely.
like, okay.
Yeah. I rate
She's
that
not
behind.
sold on it. She's not sold on it. I wasn't either.
But it depends on how far back your lat pull down comes over. Because then you want to turn around, like you want to match the line.
Yeah, it's going to go straight.
So the one at Platinum is like the longest lat pull down ever. Like you sit in it. If I sit in it and get my legs like over the pads,
Yep.
the lat pull down's like on my head, bro. So it's like it's built for bros.
Yeah, behind the head.
Yeah, because
actual pull downs.
Well, you can because when you
Or
get to the
sway.
top, you're here,
Yeah.
and then if you want to pull down to your hips, you've got to give it a bit of a swing. So
Yeah.
it's just like you just feel like fucking Dorian Yates, like
Can
blood and guts, just fucking yanking that bad boy.
I ask the belt
Yeah.
before your lat pull downs the other day?
Oh yeah, it's funny. I knew I just couldn't be fucked taking it off. So I went from.
I have been trying to justify it in my head for too long. Like
Yeah.
I spent too much time.
Oh,
on
really?
it. Like,
It's
wonder
funny.
why he's done that. Like
It's-
maybe he's like trying to create because the machine shit. He's trying to create some internal
Stability.
stability or something. I don't like why. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really. I'm just gonna ask him.
Yeah.
And it's just I can't bothered.
Because what did I do before that? So I did bent over rows, T-bar rows.
Yeah.
But I do bent over ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to load my spine so I can actually not hurt my
Be a
back.
human.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. Bend over and pick shit up.
Yeah.
And then I actually remember thinking that I'm like, surely no one's gonna say anything about the belt. I'm like, I just can't be fucked taking it off.
Yeah.
Like,
Did anyone message you?
Nah.
Nah.
No, you're the only person who said it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm the guy that tells you there's food on your face, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I-
ask why you're
I
wearing a
respect.
belt when you're that
I
pulled down.
respect that. I respect that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, my belt's like at that stage where
And-
like you can kind of just clip it and
Look,
it doesn't.
The thought actually crossed my mind that it was just fashion.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, it's really leaning into this 90s
Yeah.
era bodybuilding, just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to wear my belt when I do bicep curls.
Yeah.
'Cause it looks cool.
Yeah. I feel like the belt on a bicep curl might work out. Maybe.
Just to lock your ribs in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think like
Any
you wear the belt.
Any stability is good stability.
You wear the belt if it works for you, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, like wearing a belt on a leg press, wearing a belt. But like, yeah, if you want to, go for it. Have at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think surely we're past that stage now.
What's that?
Where like we make fun of people who wear belts
Of course
on the internet.
We'll make fun of everyone.
Is that still like bro?
What would life be?
Is that still bro?
Yeah.
Just
If you're wearing a...
You're training arms and you wear a belt.
Yeah. I also expect you to potentially have fingerless gloves.
Oh, no, that's not
Maybe,
a bro. That's not a bro. Bros don't wear gloves, man.
But there's a spectrum.
No, that's
There's
like
two different.
That's like a dad who used to be big who has a gut. Like he's
exactly.
got
There's two types of people. There's two
off.
types of people that wear a belt when they train arms.
He's the one that tells you how he used to be strong.
Yeah. There's that guy with the gloves, with the black and blue stringer.
Is gloves ever an option?
Nah.
Yeah. I agree totally.
Nah.
Yeah.
I almost feel like
it's just never an option. I mean, I get it for some, like for the ladies, like the thin ones, because they don't want the calluses. But I feel like outside of that, it's just like, it's a no.
Yeah. It's almost like it should be in our like pre-exercise questionnaire.
Yeah.
Do you wear gloves to the gym?
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether you're in the right place.
Yeah. That's part of the screening bit at the end.
Yeah.
I will not wear gloves to the gym.
Yes.
I will track.
I agree.
I am prepared to track my energy intake, not wear gloves to the gym, take my progress photos as needed, fill in my exercise program, just slam it in the middle there.
Nah, we'll still have you guys. It's all right.
Yeah,
we'll just make you take them off.
Yeah.
Gloves that go in the pile
Absolutely.
with the squat pad.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's like the squat pad's actually physically making you worse
Yes.
because it's like sitting the bar like 2 inches up off your neck. So that's putting you in a inferior position.
Correct. Where
Where the gloves are just like, not cool.
Yes.
Did you see?
So there's that one guy, right? So there's the has-been that wears the belt, and then there's like the big dude that wears the belt, and it's like when you're that big, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're big enough,
You can wear the belt
do
around your
whatever-
ankle if you
do
want.
whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
care. You're bigger than me.
100%. Yeah, you can wrap that belt around your head.
Maybe
It's
that's
fine.
the criteria. It's like I will pick on you for wearing a belt if you're smaller. than me.
Until you're bigger than until you're bigger than me. And then it's like, well, fucking have at it, bro. Yeah, I wonder. Do you reckon there's still that like keeps your waist tight kind of deal? Yeah, because they're technically kind of.
Weren't the physique guys wearing it for a bit, like
They
the
still do.
corset shit?
No, they still do. Well,
Yeah.
it works because they did it for like
Yeah.
100 years ago.
Yeah.
Just like it's not good for you.
Yeah.
Squishes.
Move your
yeah,
organs.
Yeah, that's it. Because
Yeah.
it works, right?
Mm.
Because you see said person has a small waist and said person uses waist trainer.
Yeah.
So it just squishes you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll stop talking about it because then people will go and buy them and shit.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you want to.
Just get massive.
Just get bigger shoulders.
Just
Makes
make
your
your
waist
lats
look small.
bigger. Yeah.
Did you see? So we've been right this whole time, man. Did you see the post that Menno put out during the week? So squats are fucking cardio. We've been saying that for how long?
Yeah. Yep.
There's so much pushback on it, eh?
Really?
Yeah. So much. Because it's like, well,
I only saw your head.
what
So that's...
what exercise? So it's like, well, if the, I mean, I don't really feel like they've kind of gone deep on the metrics they've used to measure it.
Yeah.
But they're like, if the squats are cardio,
So rewind. What's the heading? What's happened?
so
Because I barely know, which means anyone listening doesn't know.
okay, well, I'm going to bring it up now. So now it's going to be awkward. There's going to be
That's
that
all right.
awkward.
We can do awkward silences. It's fine.
There's going to be that awkward silence.
You
All
can
right,
all-
here we go.
We're all comfortable enough.
High rep squats are officially cardio. New study concludes. So now it says, many people said squats are cardio, blah, 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 blah. In the gym, your heart rate and breathing rate are elevated much of the time. A group of seriously trained men performed 5 sets of 10 full rep squats at 65% of their 1RM. It's only 10 reps, man.
Mm-hmm.
Much like boring, don't worry about that part. The oxygen demand of this workout was extremely high, reaching 100% of VO2 max in the stronger lifts, 94% in the weaker lifts. The weaker lifters, sorry. So if you're strong and you lift lots of reps,
High reps are cardio.
and they measured your VO2 max, so that's like a pretty good. I feel like it's the gold standard, right, in terms of like how much oxygen your body uses during a given time. Interestingly, the levels of VO2 relative to the VO2 max and the highest heart rate relative to the maximal heart rate clearly showed that multiple sets of resistance exercise could be considered as vigorous or high-intensity cardiovascular activity.
I mean, is that news?
No, well, it's funny, man.
You know what I mean?
No, so it's funny. Like, I brought it up because it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, is it funny because we've been saying it for fucking 20 years?
Yeah,
like, you know, 30, 40 years lifters and stuff? Or is it like, because it's true now, people are like, oh, I won't do it, or it's not funny because it's true kind of thing? And then even then, it's like, is it true just because that says it is?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then people, like, the pushback I've seen is like, oh, well, you know, I've huffed and puffed doing bicep curls before. So is that considered cardio?
Mm.
It's like, where do you draw the
You'd
line?
have to do the VO2 test, right?
Agreed. I agree with that. So I was like, well, said person probably hasn't
squatted hard.
Yeah, but even then, like,
anyone that
you could do. Oh no, surely you couldn't do bicep curls to
anyone that's coming out and saying I train biceps to the same level of tiredness as my squat, like how you feel, doesn't squat hard.
No, but no. But I think that's using like the respiration part of it.
Yeah,
it's not considering the laboratory environment.
It's oxygen demand on the system, not if you're puffed.
But if you think about if you haven't delved deep, I'm just trying to go into bat for these people.
No, fuck them.
Yeah. So
it's interesting though. So I used to have this line to convince my Gen Pop clients that like weight training was okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but like what about the cardio health and blah blah blah. I was like, well, for you, the same heart that pumps blood when you're on the treadmill and the same lungs that breathe oxygen when you're on the treadmill also work when you lift weights.
Yeah.
So you're probably still going to get some cardiovascular benefits from a 45-minute weight training session.
Yeah,
when
especially
you haven't done anything for 5 years.
Yeah, especially if the set durations are long. Like, like if your body's moving for a period of time, and that period of time is longer than a 5-rep set.
Yeah, and then like also considering like density of a session too.
Yeah, what compounds over time.
Supersession shit.
Yeah, even just it's still challenging that system. It's just that there was a more efficient, more targeted way if you just did like quote unquote cardio. Yeah.
But if you're time limited and you had to choose between the two,
I'm doing the cardio.
If you're time limited and you have to choose between I can only weight train or I can only do cardio.
Oh, for high rep squat. It's like
for overall general health. Well, so if the outcome choice is
what? Yeah, well,
you can train or you could do cardio.
But what's the net goal? Like, if is the net goal to be fitter, or is the net goal to look good naked?
Well, both. Like general health, improve body composition.
I'm still taking the cardio and like that.
So, I would say most people that only have 60 minutes to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, would get greater, both like metabolic, cardiovascular health benefits if they weight trained for all of that.
Oh, absolutely.
And then just did some steps.
Yeah,
on your lunch break.
Yeah, so I wonder like what other movements go into that category. You know what I mean? Because like we've talked about in the past, it's like if you're strong, like doing deadlifts over, I don't know, like even 8's probably, like kind of stretching it. Yeah, like doing deads, 8 reps.
5. Even 5.
Yeah.
Really? 5's my cap for deadlifts.
Really?
Yeah. I even like some of my programs where they're squatting and benching 5s, they're dead triples.
All deadlifts or just from the floor?
From the floor.
Yeah, so other deadlift variations have more scope.
Yeah, RDLs send it. Go for your life.
How many? Do you have a rep cap?
No.
Really? You savage.
I probably
highlight this person's.
I probably just like not that I've ever sat down and been like, I'd never program more than this many reps, but it's usually the first movement, so it's going to be lower. Like it's going to be 6 to 8 more often than not.
Yeah.
And then the dumbbell RDL is usually later in a session, and it's going to be 8 to 12.
Yeah. You know what piques my interest is, let's say you do high rep training because said whatever reason, right? And those adaptations happen, although those effects happen on the system. I wonder how that affects the anabolic signaling.
Got to be
and
preferred, right?
Well, what's the carryover? Like, what's the trade-off? Because like that would be said, that would be really hard to do. Like the perception of effort.
Yeah.
To do high rep 10, like high rep squatting, especially as it compounds. So like that first set's like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Imagine doing like the fourth set.
Yeah.
It's like, you'd just be like telling yourself like, I need to just get through this.
Yeah.
Like,
the thought of doing 5x10
yeah.
as a strong person.
Yeah. So that's already like, so the perception of it's hard. So then you're like, all right, so that's going to affect the motor unit recruitment already, right? Because we've got a level of fatigue already affecting the performance and the amount of activation that we're going to have. Then you have like the aerobic system being challenged.
Mm-hmm.
So surely that has an interference in getting that anabolic stimulus. And even then, what are the other elements of fatigue that are compounding that are affecting your ability to get an even greater stimulus in your sets for growth?
And then is the trade-off from that individual exercise, that 5 sets in your program, is the benefit of fitness, conditioning, mental fortitude, lactic acid, because I would just vomit. Does that then benefit the rest of your training enough that it's worth it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So say it is like not that great in isolation to do 50 reps of squats at the start of your session. Is it beneficial enough that for the rest of that program it's beneficial, or the next block that you're fitter, recover faster, can deal with lactate easier, you're a better athlete?
Absolutely. That's a great way of thinking about it. So where I see something like that coming out to play for bodybuilding and physique orientated goals is you could do a conditioning block, say in like a growth period, to maintain some of the things that fall away if you don't when you push in the size, and get way more buy-in from the lifter than just prescribing like do 20 minutes 3 times per week on the cross trainer or something, like maybe throwing in a high density training block and just being very thoughtful with what movements you pair so you can extend the work. Maybe that is a good thing to do.
I'm thinking about one of my girls at the moment doing the tension phase. So it's like 1 or 2 heavies at the start, like 6s.
And then it's like a couple of rep modifiers.
Everything else is like 1.5s, 21s, slow negatives.
Each set in that would go for 45 seconds minimum.
So I'm thinking like from that level of athlete, someone newer to the gym, because probably you don't call an athlete yet, they're just a gym goer. The skill adaptation is why we have it. Like this will make you really fucking good at lifting weights. But something that we probably haven't considered is the conditioning element. Of even being able to stay in that and the oxygen demand and
the next block after that goes into the conditioning part too. So you're essentially just like prepping them to
that's the like
density
superset one, right?
The density one. It's not really density because you don't really increase
over time
the density over time because they'll die. But you can. But it's still more dense than other programs because you're doing supersets, so double the work. So the volumes overall is higher. Typically than other programs.
But it lends itself to that, both of those being favorable, right? Like
there's absolutely a place for it. That's where like you don't want to sit there and look at this study and go, it's cardio, like let's just not do it. Like it has a place if you strategically look at it, because now it's a tool that we have a better understanding of. Because again, like who knows, like we can ask some more questions and someone else makes a fancy slide and it totally contradicts that. Like you've got to take it with what it is. But rather than just like even confirming your own bias, where you're like, oh well, I'm never doing high rep squats again because I don't want to do cardio because that's detrimental to my goals. You're like, well, where does this tool sit in the grand scheme of programming and working towards the goals that we have? And a lot of the time people miss, especially like, people trying to push size, they'll miss the blind spots of the negative effects that driving size has, which is, cardiovascular conditioning, and that has like a downstream effect on everything else, where you can potentially offset that with your block periodization, we'll call it.
Yeah.
Where you're like, this particular block is for this.
Yeah.
And then you can go straight back, and you may only have to do it for a month. So that's where maybe programming, like, we talk about the timeline.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's an example of just such, because it's so specific, like you might only have to do that for like a month.
Yeah.
And then your actual growth block where you're like, I'm trying to get massive lats, I'm trying to build a set of biceps. It's like, all right, well, time is going to serve you better in that block.
Yeah.
We've put ourselves in the best position to kind of grow.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Yeah, I think something that athletic population, let's say, people that train for strength outcomes, especially specific ones, like powerlifting and physique sports, both lose sight of becoming a better athlete.
Yeah.
So it's like, what qualities, when you listen to like good S&C coaches talk, they talk about what are the trainable qualities we're trying to get. So if I'm looking at a strength athlete, I'm like, well, what are the trainable qualities that I need from this person?
Yeah.
So, and that's why my programming looks more like a kind of hybrid bodybuilding kind of stuff. And there's some shit in there that you're like, is this a performance program? Like, why am I jumping? What the fuck is going on? With the intent that you're the best athlete possible to get to the platform, but behaving the way you do on the platform doesn't make you the best athlete.
Yeah.
The same as like going and playing football 3 times a week doesn't make you the best at football. You go do skills, you go do conditioning, you go do strength, you go do all the trainable qualities that you need to then be good at the thing.
Yeah.
And I think from a physique athlete, like we talk about it a lot, it's like, how much work are you putting into growing your shoulders, for example, or glutes, versus keeping your hips and your shoulders healthy so you can drive more volume and lift more weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is kind of in that. The conversation we're having now is there. It's like,
yeah,
what are the trainable qualities I need over a year?
Absolutely.
Not just, does
right
this
now.
Specific set on Tuesday at fucking 2:35 in the afternoon make me directly stronger or directly bigger or directly whatever. It's like, what does it look like as a block, as a phase, as a year?
Yeah.
Like, what does all of that coming together look like?
Yeah, absolutely. What would be cool to see is like those fitter people, like how much stronger they might be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How much faster they would progress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just wonder how you could prove that. Or how you could try and ask the question, not prove it.
Yeah.
If you have a group of people who went and got fit, the only issue with that is like, whilst they're getting fit, what are the other group doing?
Yeah.
Like, are they just sitting around not getting fit? Like, because those people would be lifting.
Yeah.
So then you're like, this group does a conditioning block, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And then this group just like continues on with lifting weights. And then this group comes out of it, say like 4 weeks later. And they both do a 12-week training block.
Yeah.
It'd probably have to be 8 weeks because usually they run at about 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Total time. But let's say it's 12. Who progresses in gains, in net strength gains over time?
Yeah.
And then I'd actually be really interested to see how that happens too in bodybuilding as well. Because, your aerobic ceiling kind of can, or correct me if I'm wrong, set the anaerobic ceiling, right?
Yeah, and especially like in a novice intermediate, like how many people stop sets because they're tired?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So then if your aerobic ceiling's high, your anaerobic ceiling should theoretically be higher, like move with it. Yep. So then that allows that person to push closer to those sets that get closer to task failure and stuff.
Yeah.
It does that over time, lead to a better outcome.
Yeah. And I think that's good programming, is being able to again, what are the trainable qualities? Not just what are the trainable muscle groups or the trainable lifts.
Yeah.
And then how can I get in, like even for physique stuff, and it's all of it. Physique and strength, people that I've worked with and done stuff with, like, if you just landmine press 3 sets a week, your lateral raises will stop hurting.
Yeah.
Your pressing will be better. You'll actually be able to get your lats short. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's all these.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's 3 to 6, maybe 6 sets of reaching at the start, and then 3 for maintenance. And it's like, telling someone like this actually isn't going to build any muscle.
Yeah.
This exercise isn't here for you to build muscle, and that single leg dumbbell glute bridge that you're doing, as a finisher, I'm actually just training your hips.
Yeah.
As a hard sell.
I agree, especially when there's no pain.
Yeah, and I think what happens more often than not is when you're like, so what's the race? It's like the person that's like, well, every exercise I do is anabolic or strength building, versus the other person who's trying to do all these other trainable qualities. So the inner powerlifting contest, just like just watching someone like just compete and then go test singles like 3 weeks later. Like,
makes no sense.
Those, you see the overtake happen at the time where there's a breakdown.
Yep.
So when the shoulder hurts and you can't press for a month, they got you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they'll train all year.
Yeah.
They won't be
so consistent.
In for 6 weeks, out for 2, that kind of thing. It's just like, so even if they're running at 80% progress, compared to your perceived 100, net usually they come out ahead.
Yeah.
Because it's only a matter of time until you get a little close to the sun.
You get burnt. Get a little bit crispy. I like to fly just.
You just need a minute
to get a tan.
Yeah.
Just to get a nice tan.
Well, that's where you want to be, right?
Yeah. Well, you'd like to.
And that's where you're just introducing enough of the other qualities you need. Cardio, functionality, work capacity, health.
Yeah.
Blood pressure regulation obviously falls in health, but those things for a physique and strength athlete.
Yeah.
Body composition for strength athletes. Like, it's really fun at the moment, the group I've got. None of them are cutting. The one that was trying, and I was like, if you want to, sure, but I don't really think we should. And then like 8 weeks out, just like, this is fucking killing me. I'm like, cool. So we'll just stay in the same weight class and eat and have a good time. She's like, yeah, okay. I'm like, the progress from the girls that I've competed with before that have always had to chase body weight, that we did it 6 months out, not 6 weeks out. Fuck, man.
Yeah. Just makes it like, I just don't understand why you would do that when the goal is to performance.
Powerlifting, bodybuilding is the same. It's like when people go into prep.
Oh,
I think the people you work with less.
Yeah, well, you set the
set the standard, and it's obviously the same with my group.
Yeah, but
so many people are just like change gears when they go into prep. I'm like, you were in prep the next day.
Yeah, of course.
After your last comp.
Sorry, like, you should be thinking about it like that. Absolutely. Yeah, just mean like for a pursuit that is so clear that your actual physical well-being, health, preparation, everything is indicative of, you know, how you're going to show up.
Yeah.
Why would you do something that's the polar opposite? Yeah. Just find that real, like, if you're,
and that's the mockery thing, right? It's like bodybuilders are their least
they're
performance
their
on
worst
stage.
Physical state.
Yeah. So then you go into a
and
performance,
probably mental too.
Yeah, you go into a performance-based sport and then mimic it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, it'd be like, I mean, you know, they still do it in like combat sport and everything, I guess. So I don't know, like, how what the difference in performance is.
I think
it's like taking the 20 kilo weight cut in MMA is worth the performance difference because size is just so heavily overbearing when you're punching someone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't think that carries over to most other pursuits. Yeah. Like the weight cut for a powerlifting meet, like, yeah, sure, you cut maybe, you know.
Yeah, 3 to 5.
Yeah. 0.5% of your body weight.
Yeah.
well, have at it. Like 0.5 to 1%, maybe 2%. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to affect things too much. And you may only have to do that right at the end.
Yeah.
But if you have to cut 5, 10, 12 kilos.
Yeah. Also, though, like you set everything up for this perfect peak deload. You are your
absolute best,
absolute fucking strongest. You're useless at everything else in life right now except 3 things.
Yeah. that last 5 seconds.
Correct. And then it's like, cool. So we've just beaten the absolute living shit out of you, and I'm sitting there going like, you're under fatigue. It's coming. And your third lift is going to be the best lift that you've ever done. And then be like, now fuck yourself up for 24 hours.
Yeah.
With a weight cut. It just doesn't compute. At the top level, I get it.
Yeah.
If you're going to win Pro Raw, you're going to win Nats, I get it. 100%. It does make a difference.
You're
because
a couple of kilos just above your weight class too.
Yeah.
And the long-term vision is be the best. You're in the conversation.
Yeah.
It's that whole, are you in the conversation?
Yeah.
Because the rules are different then.
Yeah.
But the rules for people who are building
to get there. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
And that's through my powerlifting. It was always I knew I had to be 100 kilos to be competitive.
Yeah.
5'8" in the federation that I was in, I was everyone my height weighs that.
Yeah.
So at 90 kilos, I'm not going to be big enough to move the loads that they move.
Yeah.
I have to get there. That's why I sent it so hard, so quick. Probably to my own detriment. So if you're, again, aiming for that, so Mads is a perfect example. We've come in at within 200 grams all 3 times she's competed. This time, she's 5 kilos underweight. And she's gotten within 2 kilos of the weight class underneath.
Right.
And she's like, so
should we?
Can we jump in the 60s? I'm like, for you to be the most competitive at this, you need to be 67 kilos at the body composition you are right now. So, no, let's not...
Makes no sense.
Starve you now to total a little bit less at a meet that isn't pursuing you to the next step.
Yep.
Let's just fucking eat and find out how much you can actually eat to gain weight.
Yeah.
Get the best result you possibly can.
Yep.
And then by next comp, you'll be 2 kilos heavier. And then you'll be 2 kilos heavier. And then you'll be 2 kilos heavier. And then you'll probably be totaling 350 like you need to go to that.
Yeah. I think it's a super valuable mindset to have to just zoom things out a lot. I totally understand when people are competing for the one event though, they just want to put themselves in the best position for that particular event. They can't see past that. And, to be really honest, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
If you want to be a high performer, you're taking it one pursuit at a time, one goal at a time, one event at a time.
Yeah.
And then that's when either you're really good at it at a personal level or you have a coach and they're looking at the whiteboard and going, right, we're here. But long-term goal is national level powerlifter or, top 3 at nationals in whatever class they want to do. That's both, physique and strength-wise. So you've got to go, you've got to make the decision, all right, what's the best decision right now? But what ties into the long-term journey at the same time? So if it is to get into a national competition, sure, let's pull the 2 kilos down or, let's do whatever.
Yeah. Which is what we did with Jess.
Yeah.
Because it's
opposite though.
If you go to 60, we could win.
Absolutely.
So let's do it.
Yeah. And that's when I go to compete, I'll kill myself for the weight.
Yeah.
Because I know that'll serve me.
Yeah.
I'll kill myself to get into a weight class. Because if I can get into the lower one.
Yeah.
And
you go from
if I'm going to do it,
biggest.
That's it. Yeah. If I'm going to do it, I want to do well.
Yeah.
There's no other option. I've already done it. I've already dipped my toes and experienced it. Now it's let's go to do what we're supposed to do here for someone like me, and that's be in the top 3.
Yeah.
And I'll starve myself. I'll lose muscle tissue. I'll do everything I have to. If I'm 82,
yeah.
If it's projected 3% body fat, 82 kilos or whatever it is, it's sorry guys, I won't be able to remember a thing, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But that's because long term, it's I'm not the goal. That pursuit fits into the long term goals for me. It's I want to have another crack at this.
Yeah.
And I want to see if I can be the best I can be.
Yeah. And it's a marketable difference to your outcome as well. I think in a performance sport, what happens is like you miss 2 lifts. That's 20 kilos.
Yeah, absolutely.
15 kilos, maybe. That's a lot on a total, man. A lot. So that takes you from starving yourself to get a podium, miss 2 lifts, end up 5th anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's
so
like
finishing 5th in the fucking
what's the
next one up.
And then what's the rebound out of that? Where like the story changes. Like if you're 86 kilos and you're the next weight thing's 80.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there's no point killing yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Just rock up in the best condition you can.
Yeah.
And it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know? And that's, but then
if you want to improve your body composition, just do it after the meet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just perform the best.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to do a variability phase with high volume and everything's going to be conducive to fat loss.
Yeah. How valuable do you think it is competing often if you know that person's long-term goals are in another weight class? I guess it's a bit different for powerlifting because I just look at it like with bodybuilders, right? So there's weight classes. Classic is a really good example. So it's like if your height is this, you can be this much weight.
Yeah.
So if you need to fill that said weight out, like 10, 15 kilos, right?
Yeah.
Is it not worth competing at all for until you do that? Or is the pursuit of competing over a period of time still valuable to be a good bodybuilder and to be, you know what I mean? Because like I get it that there's time lost, but then I'm like,
you have to be good at it.
Yeah, I'm like,
do
you not wait? Do you wait until you put it all on, or do you go, all right, we've put 7 kilos on this year, or do you just have an extended off season and then go, right, we've had a year off, even though we're not maximally up there, let's still dip our toes back in because we are a bodybuilder.
I think, and obviously it's not my space, but like in bodybuilding, I would say competing once a year would be kind of a given.
Yeah, I think if you need to make a lot of progress, I would not compete.
Yeah, I think you need to be a special human to not. Let's go that way.
Yeah, I
so
understand.
You have to have the mental fortitude to be like, you know what, I'm not going to do this for 2 years, but I'm going to live it for 2 years.
Yeah, well, that takes a different type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I competed once a year, my whole powerlifting. So I competed for 6 years in a row, and I only competed once.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's 3 to 4 months that I'm probably not going to grow.
Yeah.
And like I said, I started at 80 kilos. I knew I had to be 100 to be competitive in that federation. So it's like, there's no benefit to me competing, but I needed it every year to measure progress, to be good at competing, to be able to rock up and feel comfortable, and all the like psychological side of it needed to happen yearly. And it wasn't a big enough detriment. I think there's more negative trade-offs to competing in bodybuilding there is powerlifting.
Yeah,
because you
still get strong.
Yeah, and you're not going to lose muscle. You're not going to...
you don't lose the strength.
Yeah.
You know, so you still kind of can compete, I guess.
Yeah.
That's where there is polarizing differences.
And I think it's a shorter time frame of not making progress. And then also like, you're going to need times that you want to pull fat back anyway. You're just taking it a little bit further. Like, I think that's a little bit different. I think for most people I work with, I think every 6 months is good. But that's based on who I work with.
Yep.
None of the girls I'm working with are like, I need to put on 15 kilos.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a thing for them.
Yeah.
So, and none of them are like, I only want to do powerlifting so I can win. So when I set out, I was like, at the train station near Good Life Essendon, sitting down with you, deciding to do my first comp and saying, I want to pull 300 kilos and I want to make nationals. Before I'd even registered for a comp. That's what I'm going to do. So for me, it was like, that's the goal, and these comps are stepping stones to that.
Yeah.
Most of my girls aren't like that.
Yeah.
They're like, I like powerlifting and I want to do it.
Yeah, and it's a time-sensitive goal.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. Yeah.
So if every 6 months, every 12 months, whatever, I'm better, that's what I'm looking for here. So it wouldn't make sense to be like, don't compete for a year.
Yeah. I think it's contextual to the person.
Yeah.
Because even if you have that person that needs to put 15 kilos on to be, a national, to be top 3 at nationals, there's one of those. There's two people. There's one person that doesn't need to compete to live the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then there's that other person that needs that, like, prep starts June 1st for the next 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, they need that rigidness just to show up. And the other person possibly doesn't, or they're just willing to accept it, which is way harder.
Yeah.
Like, and most people think like it's easy to just do like 2 years of no competing. It's like those people are wired differently.
Yeah.
So you've got to set these little micro goals to be like, this is the first push.
Yeah.
And it's like, we need to put on as much.
Because you have to
fucking
show
weight as
up
we
for
can.
104 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
As though you're the thing.
Yeah.
104 weeks.
It's so long.
And people are like 8 weeks out, like, I got time. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's the hard part. Even coaching, it's like you've got to just continuously remind them.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, it's still good because you can reverse back a goal, right? So you can go, we're going to compete in 2026.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, October 1st, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, so the prep's going to be maybe 16 weeks, we'll call it. We'll give ourselves a little bit of time. And then you're going to do a maintenance block to consolidate the size you've put on and just make the transition from growth to cut really smooth.
That's 20.
There's 20. And then you go, right, growth block, mini cut, growth block, mini cut, growth block. And then depending on that, like, you obviously your PEDs and all that kind of stuff, like, you need to be on, you need to be off, like for some people, like whatever. So you work it all back and it's like you've got over that 104 weeks, you have like, I don't know, maybe 60 of those
to make progress.
To actually make progress.
Yeah.
Because if we want to do this right, if we want to make sure they stay cardiovascularly fit, make sure they stay insulin sensitive, make sure their digestion's good, make sure they look good the whole time. Like some people, they don't want to get soft and
gross.
Big and
Gross is the wrong word. Sorry.
Yeah, but just they don't want to
feel gross. That's what I meant.
They don't want the
not look. Just to be clear.
Well, they don't want the aesthetics to drop to a point where they're like not happy. They want to look kind of good. So it's like you get to 14-15% and you got to pull back.
Yeah.
Because if they go any further, then they don't show up as good as they could. Or so when you do it like that, and that's where you've got to have these little time frames and go, next 20 weeks, man, there's no fucking around.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, there's a little bit of rope, but if you give them too much and just go, oh, we've got time. Like if you as the coach take that attitude as well, that's how you make no progress. That's how you take 18 months or 2 years off and like you added 3 kilos.
Yeah.
It's like, or 5 kilos. Like you should be coming back fucking 10 kilos heavier.
And you see
like as a big open bodybuilder, sorry, that's relative, right? Because if you're a small 50, 60 kilo bikini girl, you're not. Yeah, that's the 5 kilos is fucking heaps.
Yeah. Yeah. So
10% of your body weight, maybe let's say that 10 to 15%.
It's similar with like standards with lifting and just like being rough with critiques.
Yeah.
Like I've the last 14 weeks been on my girls like, that's not a pause. That's not depth.
Yeah.
That's not this. This week they all got I wrote it really nicely, and I'll laugh if they all listen because I was like, it was a big G up because we're 6 weeks out, but there's one bit in the middle that's just like, stop fucking around.
Yeah.
No more high squats. No more fucking touch and go bench presses. No more like not wearing shoes or putting straps on for your top set. Let's fucking stop it. Like
practice
6 weeks out.
Yeah.
And you're going to be upset if you get to the comp and you're like, yeah, but I squatted whatever in prep. It's like, but you didn't. And now you're trying to get that here.
Yeah, and they'll be pissed at you for not holding them accountable as well.
Correct, yeah.
Unless they want to be held accountable until they're held accountable. But
anyway. Even holding those standards a long time out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I've always been, as a lifter, even to detriment at times, like so form focused. Like if the reps aren't perfect, they're wrong.
Yeah.
So doing everything to comp standard and stuff was, for me, kind of fine. But if you're not that way inclined, it's actually hard to be like, no, do your press with a 3-second pause every single time.
Yeah.
And approach the bar the same every single time and do the routine every single time. 60 weeks of that, like, it gets
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what people miss as well, like from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Like what it actually takes. And it's not to like, I'm amazing. But like I put 80 kilos of my total in 4.5 years.
Yeah, right.
Maybe less time than that.
Yeah.
It's like, my total was never impressive. Like I still only totaled 620.
That's impressive.
But I made 80 kilos of progress in that time.
Yeah.
And it was just take the whole year. Behave like the person every single day for 52 weeks.
So you don't think competing often would have changed that?
Not in my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in your first year.
Yeah, of course.
Jess and I were talking about this the other day, that both of us had girls that lift off. Fuck you, did well. One of them was like not my client, became my client.
Yeah.
Cool, let's get you into the meet because my other girls are competing, and then qualified for nationals. And Jess had the same with Kirsty.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck, I don't really like competing 3 times in a year, and then the meet and nationals were only like 8 to 10 weeks apart or something.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not ideal, but we're going to take the opportunity. But it was like first year, the exposure actually was helpful.
Yeah, because there's lots of skill and
and if you're not in the world of strength and body composition all the time, for strength, it's like you don't understand how important it is to step up to the bar the same way every single time.
Yeah.
Because you haven't felt what it's like to pick up your 3rd attempt squat and the room go black.
Yeah.
There is no queuing.
Yeah,
You're not thinking about the steps.
It should be autonomous by that
It's just
stage.
fucking stay alive.
Yeah. Just up.
So if you haven't experienced that enough, when you go to the gym, it's just like you're still talking shit when you get to the bar.
Yeah.
And having a laugh when you unrack.
Yeah,
It's like,
just not,
because you haven't been exposed to what it's like comp day.
Yeah. Maybe you don't know what your own personal arousal levels or own personal preferences for increasing your arousal
Need
levels
to
are.
be. Yeah.
I have to watch the last episode for that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should leave it.
One question for a whole episode.
I actually was laughing at we were talking about cardio, and then now we're talking about this is how we prep bodybuilders. This is how we prep powerlifters.
Can you tell all our clients are in prep right now?
How did we get there?
Fuck.
That's great. Yeah, it's sick.
It's
awesome.
like because you have people 2 weeks out, and I have people.
I have
6 weeks
someone
out.
2 days out.
Yeah, sick.
No, 1 day out. Well, 2 days. Yeah. Anyway,
Who's competing? Give us a.
So we got Megan doing her first bikini comp at IFBB Vix.
I think I saw her for the first time this week.
Yeah, she keeps a low profile.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I like a good low profile. I feel like I have a lot of those type of clients.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just like, just get shit done.
Just doing the work.
Just get shit done, which is great. Yeah, don't have to show everyone that they're doing the thing. They just fucking do it.
Yeah.
So
my clients keep showing everyone because it makes my content easier.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've got a fair share of those as well. So yeah, IFBB Vix on Sunday. So yeah, that's
and then Jackson 2 weeks.
Yeah, so Jackson, Gemma, and Juan the following 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be a big one. That's one of 2 shows for 2 of them, and then 1 of 3 shows for Jackson.
Yeah, sick.
So yeah, it's gonna be a busy month. And then I've got Adrian still in prep as well. So he's 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out.
So that's a week after.
Yeah, so he's doing New South Wales and Nationals for IFBB.
Right. So the same weekend then?
No, so it's
weekend after.
I think it's the weekend after. It's in the spreadsheet. I'm just like, whatever athletes need my attention each week.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not in the spreadsheet right now, I'm like,
Yeah. So I have Casey, Paige, Emily, and Mads. God, I hope I don't miss anyone. And Jaya. Sorry, Jaya. I knew there was one more. I'm sure there's 5. I'll get fucking 5.
Deficit.
I'll get fucking 5.
It's a deficit talking, Jaya. Don't worry.
Yeah. Sydney they're 6 weeks out today.
Yeah.
Maddie Terpkos, Jess's not so little brother, is the week after.
Nice.
And then we've got a photo shoot the week after that.
Oh yeah, and then the photo shoot.
I think there's 9. Kind of 9 at the moment.
Yep.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, it's all happened. So it'll all be bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Over the next month for a change.
Yeah. So I get to be a physique coach for technically I've got 2 girls that are doing the photo shoot as pre-prep investigation.
Yeah, nice.
Basically.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
doing
good.
both at the moment, which is really fun.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, and they're doing good.
Yeah, excellent. I don't want to do any better.
And then I'll be like, at the photo shoot, be like, so Jace.
Yeah, what do I need to do?
What category and what do I need to fix?
Yeah, that's kind. That's cool.
Yeah,
love that. All right, we'll wrap it up.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so get yourself a copy of the Winter Gain. It's coming down because we're moving in spring. So it's a great guide for those of you that want to put on a bit of size and know all the moving parts to that. It's got everything in it: training, nutrition, programming, bits and pieces. So get yourself a copy of that while it's still there. Hit the sub button, hit the follow button, share the podcast to other people just like yourself. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.